Good morning. I am the epidemic and I am living in the past. We have a rare treat today. This is a sealed starter deck of the Mythos New Aeon expansion. Now, Mythos is a very fun game that was started, I believe, in like 1994, 1995, somewhere around there. This expansion did not come out till 1997, 1998. I believe it was 97. And right when this set came out, like 5 to 10 minutes later, it seemed, it wasn't exactly that, but the company, Chaosium, announced that they were done. And they went out of business, and these cards got a very short print run. So if you go on eBay right now, you can easily find all kinds of Mythos cards. They're unsealed boxes and boosters. Their decks are all purple, so they're easy to spot, and they'll all have this name right on them. This obviously looks a little different. You're not going to see these every day. On occasion, you will see lots where they'll just be selling loose cards. But I don't. The last time I held one of these was in 1998. Now, to be fair, I wasn't looking most of that time, but they're not particularly common. So that I'm able to open, poorly it seems, a sealed starter deck is a treat. So, my story with Mythos and the New Aeon are one and the same. I saw the ads during the CCG glut of the 90s with the Mythos cards. They looked really scary. They looked really cool. I never got into it because none of my friends were interested. Back when everybody had either allowance or lawn mowing money, as their only source of income, you just didn't have a ton of money to buy a lot of stuff. Plus, some people played Magic, and that pretty much ate up their entire allowance. So nobody was interested. When this set came out, I said, okay, I want to give it a try. So I went out and bought 2 starter decks, taught myself how to play, taught my little brother how to play, who was 4 years younger. Couldn't really figure, we kind of figured it out, but we couldn't really figure it out. It was hard to understand, so we dropped it. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time. This is just a key to all of the terminology of the expansions that had come out to that point. Here's your investigator card. This is what you have to play with it. This is basically your character. Tells you the languages they know, how much sanity they can have, their hand size, the minimums and maximums at the start and end of the turn, at the end of the turn. This actually was, because there's only 5 investigators in this set, this was the one that I got. I have since lost it, as I lost a lot of my original collection of Mythos cards. But, yeah, the skeptical pathologist who knows French. And on the flip side, the ghoul. So I could be this guy instead if I wanted to. But anyway. So that's pretty cool. I'm not here to teach people how to play. I'm just here to take a look at these sweet, sweet cards. Okay, so I bought the 2 decks. Then they get, I never got a game in until, like a real game where I definitely knew what I was doing. I'm not even sure if I played in college. I think it only may have been in the last couple of years, last year or 2. Alright, we got some Men in Black. That's cool. I've already got those guys. The Louvre. Serpent People, got some of them still. Greenwich Village. Never had this card. U.S. Coast Guard Station. That's cool. I've got a Disturbing Portrait. Camp Brightstar. This is the adventure card for people who've never played. These are what you need 20 points worth of these in your deck, and then you have to have all the cards, in this case, that are in bold. You have to have these cards played in order to cash in this adventure. Portophilia, got that. European Space Agency, got that. Mechanophobia, got that. I do have, I mean, commons obviously are very easy to obtain. And I remember looting a nerd store. It was closing down and moving from one town to another a couple miles away, and they had, I went through their, this is when I started getting into the game, I went through their binders because they had loose cards for sale, and I actually picked up basically all the commons that I could get a hold of. A, because they were cheaper than buying the rares, and so I was quantity over quality at that time. Okay. Hit your ride, Servants of the Silver Twilight, Make 'em Pay. No real surprises here. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Yuggoth Attacks, that's an adventure. I'm looking for Yogg Sothoth. I'm looking for Yuggoth, which is a location, an exotic location. I really want to get a Dimensional Shambler. The Dimensional Shambler was the first monster I think I came across. Those are the pink cards. First monster I came across, and it was cool art. So I'm hoping there's one of them in here. I think it's uncommon. I'd like a werewolf. I didn't even know that there was a werewolf in here until I looked up the card lists a couple months ago. Mr. Shiny's Burger Place, the Dawn Biozyme Research Lab, Taser. Nothing surprising. I've got all this stuff. Anti-Grav Harness, Reverend Baxter Lully, Operation Nemesis, United Nations, Nemesis. The star cards are cool in this set. In the old set, the original Mythos sets, there is only like one Aldebaran Moves in the Sky. In the Dreamlands, they add like 4 more stars, which they're all they can serve purposes. But Nemesis was a really good one, and I think there's another. It'll come to me. Napoleon Watley, Ruined Top Secret Warehouse, I got that. Nikola Tesla, which I don't have. That's a really good one. A buddy of mine likes to play with that guy a lot. This symbol means that this you can play during the current era dimension. Mythos is set during the 1920s, so this card would be playable in the 20s. You can play the dimensions together. You just have to have a way to cross time and space. It's I can't imagine you wanting to watch this video and not knowing what the game is. But I'm going to assume you don't know how to play. Because if you know how to play, then I don't need to explain it to you. If you don't know how to play, then you may not even want to learn, so it's not even big. So anyway, Internet Binary, Laptop. I think I already had Different Worlds. Chaosium, man, you'll get this card in every pack. These guys were, this is them. These are the guys back in the 90s that put this business together. Sandy Peterson, Porta Portes. I'm not seeing any rares. B-movie script I got. Monatomic Translocation. That's how you move between time and space. The Greys, I got those. Kennedy Space Center, I got those. The Wreck of the Helene. I have one of these. I think this is an uncommon, so I might be in the... This might be a, common, uncommon, rare kind of scenario, how the deck is built. So we'll see. Call the Unnamed One. That's a cool spell. Blink of an Eye. Day the Sun Stood Still. I do not have this card. Yeah. Unexpected Eclipse. That's hot. The Vatican. Cthulhu for President. I've never had this card. It's kind of silly. Oh, it's a star event, apparently. I didn't know that. IRS Auditor I have. Dark Horse I have. Media Hyperbole I have. Flesh Ward. Song of the Stellar Larva. Larva of the Outer Gods. Robert Block. Holy cow. Carlos McDonald. So I have... This is a new one. Bibliophobia. Gigi Darn. I don't have her, so I think she is a rare. The First National Grocery. I don't have this card. That's cool. It's Full of Stars. That's a rare, definitely. Matter of fact, I don't even know what it does. But I'm not here to... Oh, no. Oh, no. That's it. That's all. Well, I didn't get any of the cards that I was hoping to get. But them's the breaks. It's going to be a while before I see another one of these. But I'll add them to my collection in either case. I hope you enjoyed. I was living in the past, and I hope you were too.